Welcome to our podcast. It's selling the garden state.
All right, welcome to Selling the Garden State, episode 5. We got Vincent Baricaua from the Baricaua Group here. Hey, Vin.
What's up, Vin? Thanks for making it, man.
Oh, I forgot to say our names. I'm Tonya.
I'm Raghava.
Alex.
And then we got Vin here. Vincent.
Thank you for allowing me to be a guest. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for agreeing to it, man.
Yeah, well, it's been a while. So.
Yeah, I heard you're a very popular guy around this town.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, gaslight you up a little bit, right?
Darn right.
I gotta say, it's nice seeing Vin look a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's how we look.
He's
when
always
we're on
so
that
confident.
side of the desk. When we sit on your side of the desk, that's how we look.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're nervous, like,
That's
uh-oh.
what it's gonna tell us.
So I like this.
Yeah, definitely. How's your
So-
pump this morning, man?
Oh, I just did some shoulders, bis and tries.
Nice.
I didn't want to do anything crazy before the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
How was your nap?
I didn't have it. So what happened was Raj called me at 11:59 when we supposed to start at 12. I was at the parking lot. So when Raj called me, I knew he was panicking, thinking, why isn't he here yet? So I acted like I just woke up. Like, oh my God, Raj, I just took a nap. But I came in, I said, hey guys, what time is it? Just like my listing appointments, right?
Nice.
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, it's a whole routine thing I do when we go for listing appointments.
You're a good actor, man. You actually had me convinced. I was like, tell them
He
about
hung
the
up, we
story.
were cracking up. We're
I
like,
figured.
what,
I
Vin's
figured.
sleeping?
I was
Yeah.
surprised when he said that. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't usually
I like to
nap.
walk in exactly the time that we're supposed to go on.
Definitely. Like, why do you do that, though? You know, why do you show up right exactly on time?
Okay,
That's
so
your
it's all about
business
integrity,
processes.
right?
Yeah.
So when you say you're going to do something, you should do it on the time you say you're going to do it, right? So if I go to a listing appointment and I tell the owner or seller that okay, I'll be there at 3 o'clock. I'm not going to go in early. I'm not going to go in definitely not late, right? But I'm going to walk in exactly 11 o'clock or ring the doorbell exactly the time that I'm supposed to go there. So it sets up my whole integrity talk. Because I know they're going to interview another agent later. And if that agent's a minute late, right, and they're going to pitch later what they're going to do for the client, I'm going to remind him that, hey, listen, he was already a minute late. He already lied to you. Okay, so how do you feel now? He's telling you all this later on. I showed up at the time I told you I was going to show up.
Definitely. So, because it's your first impression is the lasting impression, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and just building that trustful
It's a little
relationship.
seed I plant in there that, everything I'm going to tell you I'm going to do, we're going to do.
It's awesome.
And that's how we got our reputation built. It's all about trust.
Yeah.
So and then they're going to tell other people, and then before you know it, their cousins, neighbors, aunts and uncles are calling us and ask us to help them out as well.
Yeah. So, how was your journey into becoming a broker? What did you do before? What got you into, and eventually, what got you into real estate?
So I was an investor, okay, before I got my license. I was working at Robert Johnson. It used to be Somerset Medical Center, but it was Robert
back
Johnson
when.
now. But yeah, I was doing CAT scans, X-ray. I was actually, I was buying houses and I was holding on to them, renting them out, okay. And it got a little scary at times, because there's times when I'm in, you can't use your phone at the time, you can't really go outside when you're doing X-ray and you're on lead walls, you can't really use your cell phone, right? And there's an emergency that happened, so that kind of like makes you panic a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, I was working in the hospital. I did it for about 13 years in the medical fields, and in between the shifts, I was investing into real estate. The first book I read about it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. It definitely inspired me. It showed me how the market grows throughout the year. History of real estate, it just goes up, right? The market value goes up every house that you buy. So I got into that, and after a while, when the market dropped, I had about 29 units. And it was probably the worst time to actually own real estate. 2008, around that time, I lost a lot of equity, had to short sale some of my properties, and I ended up, had to do it full time. I had to go into real estate full time. So what I did was, I did mortgages first for a couple of years under George Parra, one of our preferred lenders.
Yeah.
Okay, he actually trained me how to run loans and everything like that. And then after that, I felt like I was, trapped in the room too long doing that. And I said, you know what, it's probably better if I got my license and sell real estate. So I did that. I took the 2-week course, and it was a lot easier for me to do 2 weeks than wait out for like doing part time.
I
Right?
also
Yeah.
did the 2 weeks.
You 2 weeks too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Let's
Yeah, you
just
guys are
power
realtors,
go.
right?
Yeah, I did it as fast as I
And you
could.
figured, everything's going to stick in your mind faster. You know what I mean? And then, you take the test after that. So anyway, before you know it, I did that, and then I joined Remax, and
Which
3 years
Remax
later,
was that?
Remax Competitive Edge was the first Remax I joined actually.
Gotcha.
So
Where was that? Like what location?
it were over in Warren, New Jersey.
Warren, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and there was a lot of top producers there. When I got there.
So you're able to learn and kind of collaborate with others.
Oh man,
right?
yeah, I learned from a lot of good people there. Chris Kohler got me in. He's he was one of the guys that actually talked me into it, so I owe him that. The ones I learned from a lot there was like there were some Marines in there, Gabe Lardoni, Paul Verdicchio, who owns Halo brokerage right now. They were the guys that I like, watch how they work. They would go there as early as me, and I'm like, man, these guys are Marines. I must be doing something right. At 6 a.m, we would be in the office, doing stuff. And Gabe would just go play golf at like 12, and Paul would just like do all this crazy stuff.
I heard that's a good way to network, though, golfing.
Yeah. I mean, I can't do it because I like to talk on my phone, so I just don't like people telling me all the time, hey, can you just not talk on your phone, Anyway, yeah, so that's how, I started when I got my license, and luckily I was the rookie of the year, and I kind of pumped my head up a little bit. So I'm like, man, if I can do this good my first year, what would happen if I really did this? You know what I mean? Like back then I was like dabbling into it. I kind of did it like almost like part time. I worked 8 months in my first year. I made more money on my first year in 8 months than I did working as an X-ray or CAT scan technologist for a whole year with overtime and holding the beeper.
Great.
Okay, yeah.
That's
So-
so sad.
Yeah, 8
It's
months.
so sad that they're just so underpaid with such an important job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, well back then, but I think now they're
Now they're pretty
they're-
comped
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
it's very competitive.
Last I
in the
heard.
medical field.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And then how'd you end up with? Well, when did you come over to like Remax Art Town? Like,
Yeah,
what was the end? Was this known as something else before that?
It was Remax Partners.
Partners.
So the one thing with Remax is that you have the big name. It's a brand that everyone knows. Like, I mean, there are other brands out there that you can talk about, but other realtors know who they are.
Number one trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Remax number one
Number
trusted,
one
yeah,
trusted.
real estate agents in the whole country and also Canada. But there's other brands out there that we know who they are, that they're a brokerage, but most consumers they're not 100%. They don't really know who they are. You know what I mean? But when you say Remax, we're in 110 countries. So I have friends that actually go to different countries for vacation, and they'll take a picture of the balloon and Remax signs and send it over to me. That just shows you how big of a brand that Remax
How
has.
known it is.
Mm-hmm.
Recognized.
So I just want to say, I looked up a couple, using this AI, I looked up a couple key facts and rankings, and I said, let me put Vincent's
Oh,
name
boy.
in. So, we've got, it's very impressive, leadership. The group was founded and is led by Vincent Baricaua, a real estate broker with over 19 years of experience in various role models, including investor, landlord, and mortgage consultant. Bam, you just said all that.
Yeah,
AI
that's it.
knows you.
Wow.
That is so spot
What is that,
on.
ChatGPT?
It really is, yeah.
That's scary.
It is.
2018, the group was recognized as one of the top 100 teams in the whole United States.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, that's you guys too. You know what I mean? So.
Local dominance, you are ranked number one team in Somerset County and have consistently held that number one spot in sales in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Hell yeah.
That's
That's
pretty,
my,
pretty damn cool.
That's my town. Piscataway.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
tell us a little fun fact about Piscataway since you're from there and it's local here. I'm also from there.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I love about Piscataway, it's very cultured. I mean, I know most of New Jersey is like that now, but growing up there, going to school there, at first, you don't understand their culture, so we make fun of each other. You know what I mean? And then after graduation, everyone just like becomes so close, and they start to like cry and like, oh, I'm gonna miss you, and all of a sudden they're like your brothers and sisters now. You know what I mean? And actually, that's what helped me get so many referrals. Mostly were from my Piscataway friends. I mean, don't forget, I went to Piscataway High School. As a freshman, I knew a lot of the older kids, and you're looking at about maybe 650, 700 students per grade. Piscataway's big, but two
Huge.
middle schools. I mean, three middle schools, and two high school buildings, right? And then, as I went up, sophomore, junior year, I knew all the other kids also coming up. And you know what helped me with that? I think I worked at Carvel when I was in 8th grade.
On Easton
I mean,
Ave?
yeah. Huh?
The one up here on Easton Ave?
No, on Stelton Road.
Okay.
The Wallaces owned it. Tom Wallace, yeah, you and your family, thank you. My first job. But because when I worked there, actually I was a freshman when I worked there. A lot of the middle school softball teams, and they would go there after the game. So there's only about maybe 5 of us that worked there. So, and I got to know a lot of them. They used to always go, I want the Hawaiian kid to help me. I'm Filipino, by the way, not Hawaiian. But that's what they used to like, Hawaiian. Because there was a Hawaiian Sunday, I think. That's what I think they were.
Oh, you were there Hawaiian Sunday, huh?
We have a lot smaller brokerage than a lot of other people, but we do keep ranking high, like Tonya said. Why is that, and
How?
what do you look for when recruiting people, since we have so many top producers in this office?
Yeah, we have in this office we have a lot of legendary agents. Okay, when I say legendary, it means that they've been in the business 30 years plus. Okay, and actually, I love surrounding myself from I love them when they surround all of us, not just me, because you actually learn a lot from them. Okay, so there's a lot of things that they can do. So I balance it off with the younger kids and the newer agents. You know what I mean? Because you guys can help them out with the open house. There are buyers that they can't handle. Okay, and I was right in the middle of those two. You know what I mean? That generation and this generation. I was right in the middle, so I knew where to connect the dots. Okay, so I can take every power, or let's say their what's the word I'm thinking of?
Aptitudes.
Okay, that's a good word. For actually to take it and use it to actually propel the other agent, and at the same time
To
they're getting
motivate
hired.
each other.
Yeah, motivate
So
each
you
other.
motivate one, motivate the next, and roll it into the whole
Or
team's
accelerate,
motivated.
maybe.
Exactly. Yep.
What are some of those factors that you look for in agents for
Okay.
people who are looking to get into real estate?
So integrity is definitely one of them. That's what I really believe in. Okay. I mean, there's so many times that a new agent comes in and they tell me what they're gonna do. They love to do, but I give them the chance. I mean, who am I to judge them? The truth is, once they're in the business long enough, they'll see that's not as easy as they thought. That's why you see a lot of agents come in and then they're out. Okay, so I don't really give that much of my time in from the beginning. I just watch how they handle things first. You know what I mean? How they follow instructions, how organized they are, if they're on time. Okay, you see our meetings when we do our meetings, right? I'm always like busting on people who come in late. Of course, their experience, their network is important to me, because don't forget, it's not just the money that gets people ahead, right? It's also their network. So if they have a good enough network, I ask them if they're on social media. I look at how many friends, how active they are. If it's something that I know that I can actually help through their social media, they're definitely gonna make it, as long as they show up on time and they're going to be coachable. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a lot more. I mean, I
Basically,
just keep talking.
Be coachable.
Coachable is definitely
Be
one
coachable
is up there
big
too.
take
Yeah.
it. Why don't you show us what your shirt says, since we're on
Oh, yeah.
since we're talking about hiring?
Oh, yes, I got it for you guys. Look at that.
Who you hire matters.
Because he hired us.
That's right. Now, listen, I give you guys a lot of credit. You guys came up with this on your own. It's not something that I push you guys to do. Like, I do push other people to do certain things, and I know they can do it this way. This is something that you guys did on your own. I think Alice is the first one to kind of bring it up, right?
Yeah.
And then got you guys in.
It was really
Yeah,
quick too.
it was like maybe under 24 hours, we got everything
Yeah.
together.
Like, he brought it up to me that night. The next day we worked on the set.
Right.
I got a call. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, and then 2 days later,
Like,
we were already
okay.
shooting. We were already filming.
So think about what he has. Alex, he's got passion, right? He's got new ideas, okay? And he's got the network. He had Jake in here. And who's your friend that does the clipping that works for
Nick.
Grant Cardone as well?
Mm-hmm.
Nick, okay. And he does all the clipping on for you guys, right? That's why you guys are very successful with the views with the YouTube shorts, okay? I check that out, right? And everything you have here, besides Jake's equipments, you've used like furniture and things that's already here. So your expense was minimal.
Tonya brought in the plants.
Yeah.
I am
It's a
She got
flash.
names for all the
I love the
plants,
dynamics
actually.
you guys
Yes,
have.
they do
It's
all
all
the
three different
names.
personalities, yeah. You guys are doing awesome.
I brought in the Damn It doll. Have we told you about that?
I saw, yeah. I think you throw it at Alex or something when it gets.
Yeah,
she
Rod
did
got
Rod
it
got hit
yesterday.
last time.
I just wait till they take it and hit me with it.
She put it like all the way close to her, so it's hard to get to.
My Damn It doll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, listen, you guys, help these guys out. Subscribe to their YouTube. Help them grow. They're really good people, and I can attest for that. Otherwise, they won't be here anymore. And if you guys give them a referral, okay, someone that wants to sell a house or buy a home, listen, let me know. They'll let me know they came from this podcast, and we'll donate $1,000 towards their expense. It could be from what they're doing over here.
Do it.
When they
Do
close,
it.
when they close, and of course, they have expenses here as well, or to their favorite charity. Let me know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, do you
Yeah,
want to talk
Speaking
Children's
of
Hospital,
charities,
Children's
I wanted
Hospital.
to bring that up to you. That,
Mhm.
that is also here. And fun facts about Vincent Baricaua.
Yeah. So, what's the organization that we support here at the office?
So the Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation.
And what do they do?
So
Can I
we
just,
help.
I
Yeah.
just want to interrupt and read what it says here
Yeah,
before
sure.
he goes into it.
Yeah.
Again, they're a major contributor to the Children's Miracle Network, repeatedly ranking as the #1 fundraising office in New Jersey and #3 in the country for organization.
Yeah.
Take it from there, because that's pretty awesome.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. So going back to the beginning when I told you guys, if I can make this amount in 8 months, right, in real estate, what happens if I work the whole year? So in 8 months, I did very well. In 1 year, I did even better. I worked the whole year. And at that time, the second year, I was making 6 figures in real estate in my second year. That's working all year. After the second year, I did it again. Third year, I said, okay, let me see what happens if I do 8 months again, if I can still make 6 figures, right? So it was always the 8 months. That's why if you notice, I kind of check out in August, right, every year. And I did 6 figures in 8 months. And I'm like, holy shit, what happens if I did a whole year now, the way where I'm going? Can I make $250,000? I got that award. So I kept doing it 1 year, then go back, and then I do it in 8 months. Then I go 1 year again, and I did more, right? So after I watch all these award shows come out, I mean the remax ceremony, we have an awards night every year. We don't do it anymore, but we're gonna have our own, okay?
March 11th.
March 11th, right? So I saw someone, go on the stage, top producer, how many units, how much they made. I'm like, okay, everyone, I can do that. But the one that impressed me the most was when they talked about the #1 fundraising office in New Jersey. And I'm like, oh my God, that is it. That's the one I really want to win. Because I left the medical fields to do this. So if I can help raise money for a hospital that, that helps kids, okay, which I kind of left to do this, I don't feel as bad anymore. I did
Like
kind of feel
you're
a little bit
making up
guilty.
for it.
Yeah.
We do the walk and roll every year too.
Walk and roll. Last year we raised almost $500,000 just doing one event, one day. And thanks to you guys for your contributions, that helped as well.
Of course.
So I keep wanting to hear more though. Tell how you give a percentage back. We all do for every house that's sold.
So for every house that we sell from our team, okay, that's part of the contract when a team member joins, and they have to donate a portion of their commission to the local children's specialized hospital. So that's why we do pretty well. So we have 20 plus agents, and every time they close, a portion of their commission goes to that. So normally Remax would also match it, okay, to a certain degree. Okay, in addition to all the events that we actually run each year. We did a casino night starting in 2011. We ran that for 10 years. That was excellent. And then the network I got on that again was amazing. Okay, remember, network is key too. Okay, you should actually work on getting your network all lined up. Okay, for anything that you do, they'll support you. Um, After that, we did different things like celebrity bartenders. So I had all the top donors. You know, they would bartend as celebrities, and I would team them up, three for every half hour, and then another team of three comes in another half hour. So I would make like a little contest to see who would raise the most. So they would call their friends, say, you got to come in and you got to come in and tip me, so that way we can win. You know, so it's a little competition. Basically, they would call their friends, and their tip that they bring in would go towards the Children's Specialized Hospital. And the way the foundation works right now is that every penny you put in goes to the foundation.
Yeah, 100%.
100% of it. Yep. There's no middle person that takes money out or anything like
Definitely.
That's really awesome.
What's really special about Children's Miracle Network that you realized? I know because there's a lot of different foundations out there that try to help children in hospitals, but what made it like this particular hospital that stood out to you?
Sure. So first, it's local. Okay. Second is, remember, we visited the hospital several times. Almost every year we go there to visit, and I'm talking to them now that maybe we can do something that they can open to the public or to people who wants to come in and check out what's happening in there too. Like maybe every month or something. Okay, that's in the works. But working at Somerset Medical Center, when I would do an X-ray on an infant, okay, or a toddler, they're not going to stay still. So for me to say, hold your breath, that's not happening. So what happens is that you have a blurred X-ray or an X-ray that's the quality is not good, right? You show the radiologist, and what are they going to say? Listen, I can't diagnose this. We got to do it again. Thus, extra radiation is going to the patient. So the Children's Specialized Hospital is more than just a facility. It's actually specialized. It's all their equipments that they buy, so that way it just fits the kids. You know what I mean? So that way it's not just for adults and then okay, so we have kids now. We're splitting the budget. This is all for the kids.
It's not as
And young adults too.
traumatizing to a child either. It's
Yeah.
having, you know,
Oh yeah, you guys go.
they have their
yeah.
own facility to go to, not just a hospital.
They have the whole rehab. Yeah.
What really stood out to me about Children's...
You visited, right?
Yeah, I went there a couple times. I went twice actually. But what really stood out to me is the resources, not just that they provide to the patient itself, but also the family members, parents, siblings. Yep. They give them therapy to kind of understand what their family member's going through.
Yeah.
They help them with like different types of expenses also. So I think that's a really cool aspect of it.
Yeah, they even have the siblings. They train the siblings how to handle, the brother or sister who's hurt or something. So that way they can help them,
That's
get around the
awesome.
house. So that's amazing. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Next visit, you guys got to come. Next time we have.
It's definitely
data.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go.
If you want to
Yeah.
go too, let us know. Okay, we'll get you in there.
Definitely.
see
New
where the money
Brunswick's
goes.
one of the biggest ones, right?
Yeah.
It's part of Robert Wood Johnson also.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool, man.
Yeah. Back to I kind of real estate stuff. What motivates you to kind of be successful every day?
You think it's corny, but actually helping people.
Yeah.
I fist pump more when I help like you guys. When you guys have a closing, I'm
You're
like
more
happier
excited
than you
than
guys.
us sometimes.
Yeah.
I post about it more than you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You buy his lunch.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, like, oh, we got
closing.
You know, I even
It's
post
true.
more about your closings, your open house, an offer accepted under contract, more than everyone in the team. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Because I know how it feels. That's why I know how it feels, especially with our market. It wasn't a good market last year. I know everyone got hurt. It was actually one of our challenging years as well. But listen, as an agent, okay, and from the beginning when I told you guys, I love interviewing people. They come in, they say what they're gonna do, and then later on it phases off. I don't mind that. I don't mind having people come in, we hire them, and then we let them go later. The reason is because, listen, now you're gonna get to tell everyone else that this is not easy. So, there's people out there that think that our jobs are easy, and we get our commission, they get a little upset, we made X amount of money, right? But they don't know how it is, that what happens if that doesn't close? We just worked literally 45, 60 days, right?
Sometimes
Without-
a year.
Sometimes
With
a year
the
without
buyer. I
Yeah.
have buyers who've been working with over a year.
Yeah. and then sometimes they could just say, okay, I'm not buying anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what we signed up for. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And we understand it, but the public, unfortunately, when we do close, and then they think that we didn't do more than we should have. I don't know. They just don't.
Well, I guess
Don't
it's
see
our
it.
job to leave them not with that feeling,
Exactly.
but the feeling
Kinda
that my
showcase the
agent earned every penny of that.
Yeah. So we educate them, and when they come in and it doesn't work out, they go back and go back to their old job, or maybe help out by maybe driving Uber or something. Now they know. Look, now you have to get a part-time job. So get the word out there that realtors have a tough job. It's not like we get paid every week or every month even. You know what I mean? Unless you become that agent, a top producer. And that's what
That's the
get
goal.
you. That's where I get. I want all my team members and my agents to do, is that it's constant. You know what I mean?
Pipeline.
Pipeline.
Yeah, you need
That
the pipeline.
pack.
You can't have one or two or even three transactions fall apart, and then you're gonna get sad or hurt about it. You know what I mean? And the only way that's gonna work is if you leave 10 in there. Your goal should always have 10 in there, because even 4 or 5 doesn't work out, you still have the other 5 that's gonna close. You can still hold yourself. You can still keep going. You know what I mean?
Now you mentioned that the past couple of years have been a tough market. What do you see coming for this year?
Oh, all positive, all positive.
Amazing.
I mean, we have already, I think, tripled what we did at the end of February than we did
Last year.
last year and the year before.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's insane.
and a big part of that too is I put my cape back on too, guys. I got to help these guys more, man. I can't just rely on their production. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Very cool.
Well, you guys understand it. You guys know how it is.
How-
Raj just started killing it again. Now he's got looking at possibly 3 new listings coming up.
Nice.
Just
on
making
it.
calls.
That's right,
Yeah.
Raj.
Just-
Good job.
And it's stuff that you've always told me to do, and maybe at times didn't really apply it. But once you start doing it on a consistent basis, that's what I've noticed,
Yeah.
is really leading to those type of results, right?
Consistency is key.
What I've been doing is being consistently good over occasionally great, and you're not going to be 100% every single day. There's going to be those days where you're going to have a dip, or your energy's not there, your mindset's not there.
Right.
But it's still getting through, even if it's not at the level you want it to be at, but still show up for yourself.
Exactly.
And the goals that you have set for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I think Raj used to do, and I think it didn't work out for him, is he would be extreme. He would go all in at from 1 to 10, a 10. The problem with that is you're gonna get burnt out, and you're gonna go the opposite. So the best strategy would work at a 70%.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way you don't jump when something things happen that people act chaotic on. You can think, okay, do I need to move fast now and go to a 10 because I can? You know what I mean? But you have the ability to slow down and be like, okay, that's not so bad. You know what I mean? And just, all right, listen, it's going to be okay. So you didn't go to the 10 yet, but you can jump to a 10 when you have to.
Yeah.
So 7% throughout the whole year, you should stay up there. You know what I mean? Your pipeline should be good. It should be healthy, and you're not gonna get burnt out. You can do it all year round. Listen, you do this the right way. It's like having the salary of a professional athlete. The difference is that professional athletes, right? They have maybe 5-6 years of career and they're done, but they make a lot of money in those 5-6 years. You know what I mean? We're just a little bit of a slower pace. We can make a lot of money too.
We just have to work forever.
But we can, yeah, but you get that type of money. You know what I mean? If you that's what you want. Because literally, we're not climbing telephone poles. We're not out there digging in the winter. You know what I mean? Our job is a
I've
lot
done
of
my way.
easy
Yeah, sometimes
tasks.
I have to shovel it.
I've dug some of my way through for some showings.
Yeah, well, that's but you don't do it every day. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Again, you're at a 7, then you go to a 10
Jump
doing
to
that,
10,
and
yeah.
you're okay. Go back to 7.
True.
Definitely.
Makes sense.
How long have you been a broker for?
So you could only become a broker after you're 3 years full time in real estate.
Mhm.
After my 3rd year, I went to go to.
Oh, you got it right away?
I got it right away. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, my friend Brian Kim got me into it. He's actually owns proper estates over in Bergen County. He does very well now too.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. When did you take over Remax Art Town? Like, when did you become the guy here?
After 2013,
What's that?
2013, Nick Mariano owned, I owned a property in Seaside Park, and I met him through there because we were neighbors, so we
Sick.
talked a lot. So after we talked some more, I asked him, he's told me I realized he owned the Remax. Long story short, I came over, and at the time I had maybe 4 team members with me, and the original ones were Fred Pucciarelli, Linda Camarada, and Colin Chang came in right after, about maybe a couple weeks after, and he's doing phenomenal now too.
And they're all still
David
here.
Legini too.
Yeah. Huh?
David Legini also.
Dave Legini was into my team. He was already here.
Oh, he was already
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Dave Legini, Kathy Rickards, Ranjana Chopra, April Tarantino, Mike Galicchio.
Gotcha.
Those were the 5 that were here. There were others that were here, maybe 3 others, but left when I was coming in, so I didn't really get to meet them.
Makes sense. Well, all the
So-
people you just named are legends.
They're still
Mm.
those all
Yeah.
legends, all of them, all 5 of them. So then I added my 5, and we just start to like really grind, and before you know it, our team just kept growing. Our team, we have over 20 people. We have about 25 exact, if I want to add even the part-time agents who are assisting as well. And we're soon going to we have a nice surprise too. We have another surprise coming along soon.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
What's one piece of advice that you'd like to leave for for people who are looking to get into it, about how to start and how to continue being successful and stuff? This is more for me.
Good for you. Someone who is young and just got out, like pretty much just got out of college. Get your name out there. Okay, what you guys are doing is great with the social media. Okay, I like Facebook more. I know you guys love Instagram. You guys keep at it. The reason why I like Facebook is because, and I'll advise this to you guys too, it's your neighbors are watching you. You know what I mean? Instagram, you got people from China, India, Australia, liking your stuff, and you're like, oh, well, they like my stuff, but they're never gonna buy a house from you. You know what I mean? But with Facebook, it's the people that know you, and you get to know them too, so you can actually greet them if it's their birthday, and then they appreciate it. Instagram, they don't care about that stuff. So
It's a little more personal.
yeah, so just grow your network, okay? Definitely integrity has got to be 100%. Okay, because think about it. One person that believes in you is going to tell their friend, their family, right? That could be multiple more people. That could be your client. You take care of them the same way, it's going to be another couple more numbers in there that's going to add it onto it, right? And then you're going to be like me, that you can't handle that many referrals anymore. Then you start building teams. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you try to do too much, you're not going to be able to keep that 7. You're going to start going 8, 9, and you're going to burn out. You're going to go 10, a couple of them. But you know how it is. You can get stuck with one phone call. It could be 40 minutes. And it's all about a client. They just have to understand. You have to help them understand what's happening and keep them calm as well. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it could be a disaster in their minds what's happening. You know what I mean? To me, coming from the medical fields, it's like, how can this be that bad? I mean, you've been in the medical fields.
Yeah.
We see trauma, real trauma.
Definitely.
When it's real estate, it's like, oh no, we're not closing.
It's not
We're not closing because of that happened. I'm like, it's not that bad. So I don't panic with that stuff. I don't like start calling the title company or the lender to see what happened. I just send an email, all right, and then hey, what's going on with this, and then they'll explain what happened, and then we move on. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So yeah, just grow your network. Okay, the integrity is the other one. Okay, and then of course learn as much as you can, all right, and keep getting your name out there.
That's awesome. So what are some habits or routines that you do on a day-to-day basis to keep you at that top performing level?
Okay, so coming to the office could be very chaotic, as you can see what happens, right?
Mhm.
Right. I can literally tell you, I can come up to try to do work within an hour, and you guys probably go there, peek your head, and hey, question, and I expect that. So I always expect the worst when I come to the office, that I'm probably not gonna get anything done, okay? But I'll try to get as much as I can done, okay? But in the morning is my peace. So
Yeah.
I get up every morning between 3:30 to 4. The first thing I do is, like, of course, drink my water with lemon, get that going, okay? And then open up the laptop, and I looked at all the emails, and I don't respond right away. I flag the ones I need to respond to later. I delete all the emails that shouldn't be there. Anything that needs to have some action, I just copy and paste it, put on my notes, my to-do, right? And I have an idea how the day's gonna go. So there's certain people I can actually call at 6 in the morning.
He's called me at 6 in the morning.
Tanya's one of them. Jim Gibson, Brian Kim, Dave Legini. Those are the three I know I can definitely call at 6 in the morning. Raj now, he's starting to, he's like texting me now at 6 in the morning, like, show me, look at him, he's up. So, but anyway, go to the gym is one thing. I do my stretches first, and then I walk for at least 20 minutes. Then I walk backwards for 5 minutes.
Nice.
Then I do my workout. Then I go to the dry sauna for 20 minutes. And if it's going to be a recovery day, I don't work out. I just do the walks. I still do the walk and stretches. And then I do the dry sauna, 20 minutes. Then I go to the cold plunge
How are you doing
for
in the
30
cold
seconds.
plunge?
I wait 5 minutes, do it again. Dry sauna again. I do that now for 12 minutes. Cold plunge now for at least 45 seconds.
Nice.
And if I have time, I'll do one more round, but now 7 minutes in the dry sauna and cold plunge for now as long as I can.
Yeah, that's like that shock therapy going back and forth.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Oh,
Yeah, you
for
feel
sure.
like you feel amazing.
You don't like the steam room?
I do the steam room. I do switch it up, especially when I have to shave.
Yeah, make sure
I go to the
the
steam room.
skin
Yeah,
is
right after
smooth.
the steam room, I come out of there and I just start shaving. I go to the sink and start shaving.
And you gotta shave everything
shave,
too,
yeah.
right? That's
I
pretty
did it
funny.
today.
Yeah, there we go. Looking sharp.
All right,
Nice.
can I bring up
Well,
the
there used to be a
set-
time. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
There used to be a time when you weren't shaving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember how you looked?
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they called me Spike Vin at that
Spike
time.
Vin.
Tonya knows. She's from my high school. Dude, you really you searched that?
Come on, how hard did I have to search? But don't worry, I didn't leave you alone.
Yeah, but this you
Oh,
jacked it.
who's
though,
that guy?
man. Yeah, what happened?
It's the same.
The jacket's just covering
I
it.
just don't wear those type of gears anymore.
Yeah. Well, you guys went to high school together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Tanya
cool.
was a year
Younger.
than me.
Gotcha.
She made sure she was a younger.
No.
Well, here's
I
her.
didn't want to leave
There's
you
Tanya right
embarrassed.
there.
I
Oh,
Move
figured,
it up, move it up.
uh-oh, show my big hair back then.
This might be a better
Oh my
photo.
God. There we
The days of carrying hairspray around at school.
P-Way.
It's crazy, man. But that was like the hairstyle back then, right?
But-
Everyone
Oh, yeah,
had that? Yeah.
I just also, since I had to show those pictures, show the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to show what a lovely, awesome family you have.
Oh, yeah.
So, you have a beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful son, beautiful little girl who's my friend.
Yeah.
She still doesn't like me, man.
She's very shy when it's in the beginning. Then she warms up
She
later.
warms up.
Yeah.
So yeah, having known you for so long, one thing I can say about Vin is we didn't talk for years. And you probably wouldn't know that just from me sitting here. But I was about to quit real estate, and just out of nowhere, Vin sent me a message, "Hey, I see you're in real estate. How you doing?" I was like, "I'm quitting." He's like, come on in and talk." That was about a year and a half ago. I came in, I joined this group, and I thank him for revitalizing my real estate career because I wouldn't have had one without you. So thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. I
And
appreciate
even though we haven't spoken since those pictures, it's, he's just such a good guy. It's very comfortable to come back and not be embarrassed that I didn't make it at first. He just uplifted it to, don't worry, you're going to get this.
Yeah.
And it's working out, so thank
Yeah,
you.
you're doing amazing. So, and that's just the beginning.
I hope so. We're going up.
Hell yeah.
So, should we move on to some of our turnpike talk with Vin?
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
All right.
Your favorite segment? Go ahead.
Well, which question should I go with? Well, since we went to high school together, I'll ask this one. Springsteen or Bon Jovi?
Oh, Bon Jovi.
All right.
So what's your favorite Bon Jovi song?
Living on a Prayer. Is one. He's got a lot of good hits out there. I like Bruce Springsteen too.
Yeah.
But Bon
Bon
Jovi's more
Jovi's
that
our,
you're related
like,
to because
he was
I
our
had
ish.
long hair too. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I think you even had like the fringe jacket.
I did that.
That's
You guys don't know about
I
that.
had one too, so don't worry.
What's your favorite Jersey Shore beach town?
You know, when I was younger, it was Seaside Heights all day.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get older. Now it's like Point Pleasant. Yeah, it's
That's been
more
popular
for the
lately.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
our last one as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
Alex.
Pork roll or Taylor ham?
that's fine. I don't eat either, but it's.
That
But I
was
hear
like-
pork roll more. I hear
But
pork
at
roll.
least you would call it pork roll.
Yeah,
All right, that's what we're trying to get at.
It's a very controversial thing. You didn't know
I
that?
know. No, I see it all the time. I'm like, who
And
cares?
is there,
It's
now, I
over.
know his answer to this one. Is
Yeah.
there a Central Jersey?
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course. He's
There you
from
go.
Central
Listen to one of the
Jersey.
top realtors in New Jersey.
Yeah.
If he says there's a Central Jersey, there's a
It
Central
exists.
Jersey.
Yeah, well, you know, everyone has their own opinion on what it is. You know, it's very subjective.
Opinions
You have to
alike.
just double check when they say Central Jersey. Do you mean Somerset County and Middlesex County?
Right.
You know, that's basically that's where
102, right?
100
part of
counts,
110, yeah,
counts.
it's part of it. Yeah.
And then some people even throw Monmouth in there.
Yeah,
Certain
see
people-
how
That's
see what I
for
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone just has a different outlook on what Central Jersey means.
But we, right here, let's
Yeah.
make it clear, are Central
Central,
Jersey.
yeah.
Right
Yeah,
here
I
in
love our
Somerset.
location. We're right in the border of Somerset County and Middlesex County. Right in the border.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
So,
right,
like, two
that
lights
line.
down.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
line
Yeah.
from New York to Pennsylvania too.
I'm like, yeah, right here in Middlesex County. It's just,
And we can't ask him the bagel question because he doesn't eat bagels.
You don't like bagels?
yeah, not really.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Stick to the
I,
deli.
I'll eat if I have to. You know, I mean, like on a cheat meal, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a bagel type, wow, what would you go with?
The cinnamon raisin
Those are good.
with the
Ew. They're the
cinnamon-
ones my mom used to make me eat.
cinnamon. Oh, it's good. That's
They're
the,
good for
yeah,
you.
I used,
They have
listen, I used to eat it all the
raisins.
time.
You toast them, some butter on there. I feel like that's perfect
Butter, yeah,
for me.
yeah.
I feel like that and pumpernickel are always
Cream cheese,
left
though.
behind.
Cream cheese. Nice. What's something that you really enjoy about New Jersey itself?
Believe it or not, I love the weather changes. I have all my friends. They'll every time it snows here, they'll like send me pictures that they're in the pool. You know, I'm like, yeah, but you know, I would be bored if I had to dress the same way all year. You know what I mean?
But it was
At
a really
least-
cold winter this year, no?
Mhm.
Yeah, but you know, it was, and that's not. Guess what
But
we did?
it
We talked
hasn't
about it.
been for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 0 degrees. After we had the 0 degrees, I remember I was like, oh, I took a picture of that one. I screenshot it. But after it became like 20 degrees, like a couple days later, it wasn't even cold anymore.
It was warm, right?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is nothing. I felt
Exactly.
like we're getting a heat wave.
But it was crazy. Like we got one snowstorm, and that snow lasted like a month and a half because
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, just
it didn't
melted.
go above
I know.
20
I mean, there's still
Yeah.
snow outside
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's turning to ice.
definitely.
But I like to do that driveway too. I still do that. You know, I don't use the what do you call it?
The snowblower.
A snowblower. No.
Ah, yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't?
Nicole got me a hand plow, you know, 'cause I don't like shoveling too much. It kind of hurt my back, but
Oh,
the hand plow is awesome. It's like a great workout. I actually screenshot my the last time it snowed. I was out there for like 4 hours. I was having fun, just doing everything, and I did it neat and too, you know. But anyway, yeah, I burned like 2,000 calories in 4 hours.
Just by snow shoveling.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's so
No, sorry.
funny.
Were
It
you
was a
recording
burning
it as a
workout. Yeah,
workout?
I put it as a workout. You know, you watch.
That's
You know,
hilarious, yeah.
you should do that. It's better than being in the gym. But
Every
the gym,
bit
you know,
counts, right?
you know what you're gonna do.
Definitely. That's awesome, man.
So, anybody else questions?
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, okay. So you also own a deli, part owner of a pizza truck, and title agency, everything. Why so many hands and so many pots? Like, how do you get involved in so many different industries?
Diversification, right?
Yeah. So you want so first thing is that I don't manage those other companies. So you have to have someone that you trust to manage. Like the deli, I have Taryn O'Sullivan and Francisco. They're part owners with me, and they manage everything in there. So what I'll do for them is I'll help bring people in, you know, and advertise what's good, what's healthy, the convenience of being there, and we get them, you know. But you know, so marketing pretty much is what I do for them. You know what I mean? And then
So for
I
the
feel like I have a
people that-
private chef too. You know, they got it.
So for the people that don't know, where's your deli at, and what's it called?
It's called the Boulevard Deli. It's over in Middlesex, right on Clinton Avenue.
Lincoln
Boulevard, Clinton Avenue, Lincoln Boulevard, the corner.
Intersection. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then we also have Crush The acai place over here in Somerset. I teamed up there with Matt and with this last year, and then once the lease ended, we didn't renew the lease. We moved it over to the Boulevard Deli. So now we're running as pretty much one over there. So
What? Oh, I have
I
another
say
one.
I can vouch for both places are really good.
thank
Yeah.
you.
The
Yeah, I can
deli
tell everyone.
and the smoothies
It's-
and the
yeah.
bowls. All the fruit is so
Right?
good and
Oh,
fresh. It's
every day
so
I eat
good.
there every single day.
Yeah.
I'll have my what about my orders there? So our tuna and our chicken salad. They used to have and I love the tuna and chicken salad, but when I got really strict on on my diet, I wanted the avocado mayo, the avocado oil instead of the regular mayonnaise. That's not that healthy. So our cook there, he makes it now with avocado mayo, but we didn't get rid of the original ones because a lot of the customers love that one. It's a
chicken
little more
salad is
pricier
so
too
good.
with the avocado mayo. But every day I'll have that. You can see me, Alice.
Yeah.
Tonya. Every time I order, right? And then the acai, acai of course are our main base, but the pitaya.
I really
So,
like
yeah.
the coconut. I just got that.
Coconut
base
is
the
really
other
good
day.
too. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're all really good. But pitaya is because it's got the least amount of sugar, and I try to keep my sugar low. Um, you can get this actually the pitaya base, right? Strawberries, blueberries, half a banana, almond milk. The one we have there's glucose free, no sugar, and then also we put in the natural peanut butter. And that's it. Blend it over, and I'm telling you, it's like you're gonna get hooked. I
Was it
drink it every
smoothie?
day. Yeah.
I get the peanut butter
What is- isn't
smoothie
that
all
the-
the
isn't-
time. That's so good.
Nice. Isn't
Really
it called like the Vincent Power drink? or
Oh,
something?
yeah,
Didn't you
yeah, and a
give it up
special we put
yourself?
on there. Yeah. The,
And they're all named after Rutgers. There's
Yeah,
the
that was
Scarlet
Matt's
Knight,
idea.
the
Yeah, that was
Livingston,
Matt's, yeah.
because we are Rutgers fans.
Yeah.
Well, I am.
Yeah, well, that was Matt before I even got there. That was a good call what he did in that one.
What 3 factors do you think set you aside from the competition?
Which one? Which industry?
Real estate.
Oh, now he's throwing out which industry.
Oh, well, I want to make sure we're in the deli before. Man, real estate. I hate to say, it, but I feel like, and again, I hope I don't want anyone to think I'm being arrogant, but I feel that I can dominate with anything in real estate. That's why I focus on one because I know how. That's why even with the other businesses, I don't really do more than I should. I want to be here. I always want to be number one here. So look, listing appointments. Okay, I'll get 9 out of 10. All right, and the 10th is either someone is just got lucky, or they were gonna hire them anyway already. It's very hard to beat me when I go to a listing appointment. And not because it's me, it's because of the value that I bring to the table. And you guys know a lot of it already, right? But that's not something that I would tell everyone because then they'll say it too, but they don't really mean it. You know what I mean? Well, it's all about integrity. So when I say I'm going to do it, I show them how I did it, and I'll show them people that actually saw me do it. If that doesn't help, I'll guarantee it, from there. And I just, that's pretty much what I just focused on is just the amount of work that I'm going to put in, and I'm going to make sure that I do every little thing that I tell them I'm going to do. That's why they never call me, if you notice, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm always ahead of them. I tell them what's going on before they have a question. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when I have you guys manage some of my listings or some of my clients, you see I'm a little bit OCD with, hey, it's got to be this way. You know why? Because they know me. This is how they want it done. They've seen the way I've done it. This is what they heard of how I do things. You know what I mean? So if they're calling me, I'm like, oh, guys, you guys got to straighten this out. All right, Alex?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got to call once, and Alex, I'm like, Alex, no. No, we can't
Yeah,
have
I've
this.
learned to always
client
come
calls.
to you with, so this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Everything updated I get, I come right and let you know.
Yeah, I
What I
appreciate
found
that.
out early on was just CC you in all the emails, put you in all the group chats, and just let you see it.
Yep.
When I did it that way, you never had to ask me anything.
That's right.
It was already done.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he's been here a little bit longer than you guys, okay? And I know Tonya and Alex still got to work on that a little bit. But when I don't see things happening with a transaction or a client, I'm calling you guys. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? And then you tell me. Then what's my next thing? Well, why don't you copy me? If you would have copied me, we would have saved this time, this conversation right now. You know what I mean?
So efficiency is
Yeah.
one of your things.
No,
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
want to
that's
know
working
it's running fine.
efficiently.
I know the
Make the
deadlines and
call.
everything. It's very rare that our closing doesn't close on time,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't, it's something that you couldn't help.
Yeah, it's usually like some title problem, inspections, or
Yeah,
credits.
something they didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, like even our listings now, we do the pre-inspection, a full-blown inspection, right? Look at what happened at Hampton Court. Did you see? Oh, no, he knows managing that one. So we do a pre-inspection before we even market the property. One, that way the client or the seller or the owner knows what's happening in his unit or house. Okay, he can choose to address it or sell it the way it is. But we know what the roads ahead now. What's gonna bring us, right? So when the buyers come in and they want to put an offer in, hey, before you put your offer, or okay, this is your offer, great. Here's our offer. Here's our counter. This is the inspection report. This is what we're gonna fix. Okay, you still want to stay in. Now think about how amazing that's gonna be. Okay, versus if they didn't have the inspection report, they do it later and they find something wrong. Now they see an inspection report that they're gonna decide if they're gonna move forward or not. Now don't get me wrong, they can still do their home inspection report. And if we tell them, if you find anything else different than what's on here, of course we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the buyer still can do their own home
Yeah.
inspection.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
you know
that
what?
saves so much time.
Yeah, this
Rather
one
than
right here, the
being
one-
into it 60 days, having the inspection done and finding out there was something wrong. Like you said, it's known at the beginning.
Yeah.
So then that buyer is told that it's there, so don't put the offer in.
Right.
And then be like, oh, I didn't know it was there.
Right.
So you're saving time.
That's why our closing rate is we're 99 point like something in terms of our closing. How do you say it?
Percentage.
Well, from like under contract to sold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 99 point something percent. Once under contract, we're closing that thing. You know what I mean? The one at Hampton Court I was trying to say before, they're actually waived inspection because we gave them an inspection report already. And now what that means is that's the biggest killer. We all know that in real estate,
Yeah.
just the inspection, right?
Right.
Now the seller is moving to Florida, and he's like, "Listen, just pack your bag. This is closing." You know, we know it's gonna. It's they're also a cash buyer, so there you go. It's a home run.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Very cool, man.
All right, Vin. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming here
Oh, of
today
course.
with us. It's fun to watch you twitch a little on that
Yeah.
side. That's still my biggest
Hey,
takeaway
I'm trying to
from
help
here.
you guys too get some views. So I have a lot of Filipinos that probably want to hear this. So hey, mahal kita. Okay, subscribe to their YouTube.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah. And I just want to. Oh, we're done.
Oh, no, we're not done.
One more guy.
One more
Wait,
thing.
open it back
Yeah,
up.
Just not yet. Vin, I just want to say thank you for coming on the podcast, man.
course.
You know, you've definitely been a role model, someone that I looked up to in the industry. And, you know, you've just been someone that I'm really trying to, model around, how I work, how I talk to people, just being a good example to those around me. And I think you bring the best out of me, so I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh man, appreciate that, bud. Thank you.
What he said.
Ditto.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, listen, stick around. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna get really, really good for you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks,
Definitely.
Vin.
And
Thank you, man.
Jake Gordy behind the
Yeah.
scene over
Our
here.
producer.
Our
All right,
producer,
there
we
you go.
shout him out.
And thank you for listening to our podcast, Selling the Garden State. Da-da-da-da-da-do.